So I just watched the End of Obesity twice, making today the second time. And I saw it, of course, on the day it came out. And this is just a basic recap of it. I'm not even going to go full into detail because I can guarantee a lot of people have done reviews on it, but I'm just going by more so my opinion than the recap, because if you're still interested to watch it, it's on Paramount Plus. But this is one of the times, probably the second time, that I felt bad for Cartman. The first was from the part 2 of post-COVID, when it showed the actual endings from when they were grown up. But and then for Kyle, it's mostly about Kyle too. Like, this is one of the instances where not only he proves to be, you know, the smartest of the group, but also like pretty much the one of the smartest kid of South Park overall. Like, shoot, these kids should be teaching their parents how to do stuff like about medicines and stuff, diseases and stuff. Like, he did most of the work and then got everyone to do that. Did all that for Cartman, despite how much he criticizes him. Kyle has a heart. And it's really sad that in today's society, many of us are not like that. Like, people like that are around, but it's not a lot. There's tons of cold hearts where they're like, well, you're stuck being fat. You're stuck with diabetes. So that also comes to the ongoing question, why do we want effects to happen so quickly? So if you want to lose weight, why jump to steroids? Whereas, because there's a lot of their stomachs, in my opinion, the more I think about it, the more uncomfortable it looks. Almost reminds me of Victoria's Secret angels, but you know, they're not skinny. It's just their stomachs. They targeted their bellies. So the least you can do is at least change your diet and exercise. You don't need to pay for that. Well, you do need to pay for food, but that's besides the point. But even Cartman's just too lazy for that. It's like, even if he runs for a minute, he'll get tired really fast. And thanks to all those cereal bowls that he's been trying to eat. That's more American than stuffing a turkey with cheddar and covering it with hot Cheeto dust. That's just gross. And I don't even like KFC like that either. So he should have made a third process for trying to lose weight. Throw up. If you're literally using the bathroom and eating at the same time, and just imagine being grossed out by just how it sounds of it when you're actually thinking about doing it. So then you throw up. You lose a couple ounces from however much you throw up, but it depends on what you eat. But Cartman ain't like that. He just has all those layers of fat with him. But it's still pretty, I don't even want to say shocking, because if you remember the Fat Camp episode where, even though it was a person in impersonation of Cartman, someone pretending to be him, that he came back from Fat Camp, but him himself actually being skinny, I was like, that won't make much of a difference. He's still gonna criticize and make fun and tease people when he wants to. So, but in the end, I do kind of feel bad for Cartman. Like, I don't hate Cartman. It's just, you know, he is who he is. But I'm like, despite him being, you know, if he were to lose all that weight, he still would be the same person. So one thing I'll say is, to all of you guys who are, you know, struggling with things like diabetes and obesity, you're not alone. You're not alone. You're not the first and you're not the last, but you're human, and I believe in you for doing any procedure that you're doing to try to get you to treat it, if not cure it. But something is better than nothing. Treatment is better than no treatment, well, even if it's a cure or not. So, and it's not fun at all. It's really not. But there's really nothing wrong with exercise or changing diets. Or you can still eat what you want, just be mindful of the portion size. And then there's also water too. They say water makes up most of our muscles. That's why it's good to drink water, where you're supposed to stay hydrated, period. And it conserves energy. Like, have you ever drunk a bottle of lemon water? Like, first thing in the morning? They say it holds you over for a couple hours and then you can eat whatever. But nah, Cartman's like the only one I cannot imagine seeing any of that stuff. But still pretty crazy for him to actually think that it will all happen overnight. Like, just, he's how he is right now. And then the next morning he'll wake up losing however much pounds, and then he's just that. But, and this is probably my favorite episode with the Kyle and Cartman ship that a lot of fans are into. It's a very rare moment for me, in my opinion, because I'm not fond of the Kyle and Cartman ship, but they are a good duo. They're iconic. Not as much as Stan and Kyle, but I respect your opinion, all of you guys who favor Kyle and Cartman, and if your favorite character is Cartman. But I just love how all the 5 boys were in it too, like Butters too. It's just all fit. Because now I'm like so used to Butters and he's my favorite character. It's just not the same with, you know, without Butters, instead of just being the 4 main boys. But I call them the 5 main boys because Butters is now a major character. And that's what I love about how the one season started after Kenny's death. So yeah, I would say just be there for all those who are struggling with stuff like that. Because we all know what it is behind these types of drugs and injections that people do. Insecurity grows. We all want a shortcut. We don't want to do the long road to where, like, it's time, like, takes time. It's patience. A lot of us don't have the patience to get what we want, but it doesn't mean you won't get it. You just have to put your goal to it. So all of you with diabetes and obesity out there, I believe in you, and I will be praying for you for whatever else you're going through. But you can do this. Do not give up just because you have that disease. Do not let people's criticisms and jokes get to you. Because at the end of the day, you're human and you are loved. So I thank you all for watching this, and please tell me your thoughts on the episode, The End of Obesity of South Park. It's on Paramount Plus.